Dealing with filler words is complicated, right? Hello everyone and welcome back to Communication Q&A, your one-stop shop for those speaking, presentation, and communication questions that plague our workaday lives. Today we have a great question from Mike, and the email is such a delight that I'm not going to truncate it. I will read you the whole thing. Mike writes, "Hi Lauren, lately I'm seeing a huge increase in people saying right at the end of their sentences. I catch myself doing it too. I was doing a presentation yesterday and I told the audience I wanted to gather information about our supply chain, so I've put together this diagram, right? Arg! Right? Of course it's right. You're showing them the friggin' diagram. Did I stop there? Nope. I went on to say it 3 more times in the meeting. I was just on a meeting and the speaker did it about 5 times in the hour. I listened to a CNN anchor. She says it about 15 times in an hour. So, this is killing me, right? Help! Mike." Mike, I know exactly what you're talking about. Right is a very common filler word at the moment, and you'll see trends in languages like this and filler words like this come and go. It's part of how language develops. Right is an interesting one though, because for a little word that sounds as though it belongs in a script from Clueless, it actually does some very heavy lifting. It is very, very similar to how we use upspeak, and I've got a video on that. Click on the link above to check that one out. I find most people use right as a sort of transitionary word or a placeholder. It's a way to end a sentence while indicating that there's more to come, so people don't cut in and start talking. It's also a way of checking in that we're all on the same page and speaking about the same thing. I suspect that that's what's going on with your diagram comment, right? And it can be used to soften a declarative statement. We will use it too to amplify that we're in agreement. It's a sort of consensus-seeking behavior. For example, when we say, "I know, right?" It does serve a communication purpose, and for the most part, dropping a little right at the end of a sentence isn't really a problem. But it doesn't mean that you want to be using it constantly. Just as with upspeak, uhs, ums, and other fillers, its ongoing frequent use is what turns it into a verbal crutch, and that is what makes you seem less confident or authoritative. If you find yourself using right too often and it's bugging you or other people so you want to fix it, the strategy is really similar to the fix for other filler words. Focus on speaking in declarative statements. I want you to visualize the full sentence as you're saying it and really concentrate on that period at the end, that full stop. Then you drive all of your energy and all of your focus towards the full stop. Hit it. Hit the period, then pause. Getting used to pausing at the end of sentences and being comfortable with brief silences like that is a very important speaking skill that actually helps to reduce all manner of filler words. It's how I get away with very, very few ums and ahs when I'm speaking in an impromptu setting. I found that the most effective way to practice developing this speech habit and quashing out those filler words is when you have a formal presentation that you will be giving. Be mindful of the times when you're most likely to tack on a little right, and then practice those segments of your presentations in particular, right down to passing around the handouts or referring to your diagram. You really want to have a strong mental image of the presentation's audience and then act as though you're speaking directly to them. Live it as vividly in your mind as you possibly can. If you really visualize them and visualize them well, those rights are likely to start to sneak into your speech, which means you can then go back and say the sentence again with the focus on that period at the end of the sentence, hitting the full stop, and then pausing. Wash, rinse, repeat. This isn't about delivering the sentence the exact same way every time you say it. It's about developing that habit of focusing on the period and the pause at the end, and then sticking with it, sticking the landing. This is a speech habit that you want to form. I've got one more hint for you, Mike. For those times when right or any other filler word really starts to infiltrate your speech, speak more slowly. Consciously slowing down your speech helps to bring your heart rate down and clears up your head, which does a lot to filter out all of those little filler words. It also makes it easier to preemptively catch those filler words at the point when you have the urge to say them, but right before they actually escape your mouth. It also makes it easier to work in more thoughtful pauses, and all of this is going to help put right back in its rightful place. I hope that helps you, Mike. Now I want you and everyone else who battles with filler words to take a few minutes and practice these new habits. I would also love to hear from you. What filler words do you tend to use? We all have them, so be brave and share yours in the comments down below. And while you're at it, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell for notifications, and head on over to laurensergi.com so you can sign up in the pop-up and get every one of my latest videos straight to your inbox as I release them. Thank you so much for joining me here on today's Communication Q&A, and I look forward to seeing you again next time.